Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Halcyon Homecoming Innovation Summit. I cannot believe we're finally here at 10 years of Halcyon. I am, as the voice of God said, I am president and CEO here at Halcyon. It's been my incredible privilege to lead the organization since the beginning of this year. But my journey with Halcyon actually started when Halcyon was a startup 10 years ago. At the time, I was a consultant at Deloitte, and I heard about this funny sounding organization across the river that had an amazing house and was doing inspiring things. And 10 years later, it's incredible to realize that we have served more than 500 entrepreneurs from 40 countries across the globe who've gone on to raise hundreds of millions of dollars. They've gone on to create thousands of jobs. And most importantly, they've gone on to impact millions of lives. So, yes. And really, that is a testament to the incredible vision that our co-founders had, who you'll hear from in just a bit, Dr. Kuno and Kay Kadal. They really wanted to create an inspiring space where other founders could grow, could have the time and space to focus on their ideas and really focus on the changes they wanted to make in the world. And boy, have they done that. It was really something that DC had never seen before. And we are so proud to have contributed to an ecosystem where the startup environment here in DC has really grown alongside the growth of our Halcyon Fellows. Today, as CEO, I get to speak a lot about the programs that we do, the details of the work that we're doing across the globe. This year, we'll support 7 cohorts, close to 60 founders, doing programming in 5 cities in the US and in 3 other countries. And all of those things are really important. The resources that we bring to our founders, the pro bono partnerships that we bring to our founders, the mentors, the leadership coaches, those are all the critical pieces that we bring together in support of the growth of our founders. But the thing I've been reflecting on this incredible week that we've had as Halcyon is the community that we've built. Yesterday, we had the opportunity to bring together close to 100 of our founders from across the globe back to Halcyon really for the first time in person in that way. And it was just an incredible reflection of the community that we built. And that community really goes beyond the incredible space that we occupy just a few blocks from here. It's something that's national, it's something that's global. And it is the thing that when founders leave us, they end up talking about. I recently had the chance to be in London and wanted to connect with some founders, one of whom I'd never met. We had lunch, and over lunch, one of the founders who was from the Philippines, working in a fintech focused on remittances, another from Nigeria, working in a sustainable fashion brand. You'd think that there's nothing that connects the work that they do. But what I gained from that conversation was a clear understanding and sort of a visceral reaction to how Halcyon and Fellows embody a spirit. They instantly found common ground, started talking about, well, what can we do to connect what you're doing on remittances to support small businesses in Nigeria, connecting the dots from the Philippines to Nigeria in a place like London. We've seen founders build business relationships together. From one cohort, a founder who was supporting women entrepreneurs in Nigeria, building with her counterpart who is in her cohort, who is building in manufacturing for household malaria products in Uganda, and her providing the loan to help her scale her manufacturing. And we've seen it in the little things as well. One of our founders who every week sends out a note to her cohort with wins, with losses, with wisdom, and really providing that note of push that all of our founders need. Because we know that entrepreneurship is a really scary journey and often a really lonely journey. And that resilience, that community is the thing that is the reason why all of us wake up every day at Halcyon. It's the reason why so many of you in the audience have supported our founders over the years. And as we talk about really big, heady topics today, I want you all to take the opportunity to connect during the breaks with our founders, because that is the thing that will persist and last, and actually the thing that will push us to make the change that we want to see. So today you're going to hear a lot of those incredible stories. You're going to hear about some of the past of Halcyon as well as the future and where we're going. Our founders will be joined by an incredible list of speakers who've come to us, and we'll talk about the areas we're going to make deep dives: climate, health, and equity tech. And we'll talk about some of the opportunities that our broader ecosystem sees, how we leverage AI to make social impact, and some of the challenges. And we've seen lots of challenges to the work that we do in supporting underserved founders, and we'll talk about how we push forward and continue to do that work, and even in a challenging environment. So I hope that you all will join us in that conversation. We're incredibly grateful to have been supported by an amazing group of supporters: Deloitte, Liana and Mark Katz, AWS, Arnold and Porter, Capital One, Baker Bots, the DFC, Truist, Kaiser Permanente, Bank of America, Martha and Adam Metz, Karen Smith, Howard and Ellen Eisenberg, Elizabeth Dugal, and of course, we have to thank Georgetown and the McDonough School for allowing us to access this incredible space. Before I pass it on to our wonderful MCs, I want to share a video with you all that really covers where we've been as Halcyon and where we're going.
So I met Dr. Kuno in 2012, and she had decided that she wanted to leverage a really generous amount of her assets, namely Halcyon House, in order to create space for young innovators from all over the globe. I was looking for what I can do for society. What I thought first is how to utilize the Halcyon House itself by sharing time and space there and to inspire the people. Halcyon's first 10 years are really defined by our innovation, our ability to grow with our fellows, and our nimbleness, our ability to change with the times. A lot has changed over the last 10 years, and so have we. At the beginning of 2023, we decided to go in a new direction of climate, health, and equity tech. It's allowed us to really think about what our theory of change is. How are we hoping to make an impact on the broader world through these three areas, being able to grow and scale with our founders? We are rebuilding an entire ecosystem that is focused on the kinds of entrepreneurs that we support, those that are starting from the perspective that business should have a net positive impact on our environment and on our society. We create a space where people can come and have community, not necessarily feel like they're doing something that's crazy, right? Because a lot of people think building an impact driven venture is really crazy. We are so often bombarded with all of the problems of the world. And what Halcyon Fellows are able to do is really see beyond that, see a future that many folks can envision, one that isn't focused on the problems, but really focused on the solutions. My definition of a Halcyon Fellow is a person who can believe in the individual to create a better world. Part of the brilliance of Dr. Kuna's vision in deploying a historic house was her belief that by having an inspirational space, people will come. That's really the secret to Halcyon, is all of the people. They are the core of what we do. I think the future for us is really defining what these new models look like. How do we define a new way to build business and really position ourselves to grow with our entrepreneurs? Our ability to grow with them, help them to continue to scale and work with a network of over 500 entrepreneurs is really what my vision is for the organization.